Hey, lady, ready to cook your way into confidence? It's Transformation Tuesday, and we're throwing away not just the junk food physically, but we're also going to throw the poor junk mindset. So, mind, body, spirit. Hi, I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and your life coach, and I'm so excited to have you here with me today. Inside our cooking with purpose, fuel the body, feed your soul. So, today's focus is about honoring your body through food, energy, and mindset. We're making something nourishing and simple. We'll take talking about how how to stop feeling stuck in unhealthy habits and start showing up as your most vibrant, powerful self. So whether you are here to glow up, drop drop the stress weight, or just feel good again, this is the place for you. Let's get cooking, let's get clear, and let's get confidence, girlfriend. Let's get physical. Let's get physical. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fill your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self-expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fill our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient-packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom, battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking good looking. So what's for dinner? Let's get cooking good looking. What's for dinner today? Well, we are going to have Tuscany creamy chicken Tuscany in the slow cooker. So I'll show you a video. I already prepared that, got that going. I'll go ahead and show you now. Hi, ladies. Today we're going to make creamy Tuscany chicken in the slow cooker. We're going to make it fast. We're going to put this on high and it should be about 3 to 4 hours. It will be done and ready. It's 2 o'clock now. So by 7 o'clock, we want to have dinner. I'm going to make a double batch today so that maybe I don't have to cook dinner tomorrow. Huh? And instead of using the chicken breast, I'm going to use chicken thighs. I'm going to use, I bought two different thighs. I bought chicken thighs with bone and skin. I'm going to peel off the skin, leave the bone. And then I have one boneless, skinless. So I'm going to use these both. So yes, I'm going to make a double batch. Hopefully that will help me in not having to cook for another night. So we're going to do the chicken. I tried this. I tried this meal for the very first time last week. It was so delicious. I'm making it again this week and I'm making it double. Like I touched chicken and I gotta wash my hands like 1,000 times. Okay, so we are going to pull off the skin off of this bone in chicken thigh. Watch the nails, watch the nails. Ew. All right, so I cut off the fat, the skin off of these chicken thighs. Do it back in this bad boy. Okay. All right. So now where are we at? We are going. Okay, we're gonna sprinkle it with Italian seasoning, paprika, salt, black pepper, and minced onions, and dried tomatoes and butter. So I'm gonna do double the recipe. I'm going to do double the recipe. What happened to my? Let's get this hard part out of the way. So we're doing double. We're gonna do 8, 6, 7, 8. That's like the whole head. We're gonna do a whole head of garlic. I remember the way my mother and grandmother used to do it. One more. There, minced onion, the whole head. That was the hardest part of this meal, is peeling and mincing the garlic. Okay, so we got our minced garlic and our chicken thighs. Now, let's add the seasonings, throw it in the crock pot, hit it and quit it. Maybe we'll do a little drizzle of this just to make it a little bit sticky and moist. Oh, a garlic. It says half a cup of dried tomatoes. Last week I didn't have dried tomatoes. I had these and they came out delicious. And I'm trying to be, not trying to go out there and be finding some exotic stuff. To me, dried tomatoes is exotic. I don't even know where to find it in the grocery store. So we're going to use this. Make it a quick, simple, easy, delicious meal. All right, let's throw that in the pot. 1 cup of fresh spinach. Here's my cup. We're going to add the spinach about 15 minutes before the meal is ready. So this is a budget-friendly tip. This is spinach. What is it? Spinach and spring mix. So I'll just buy one of these a week. Pull out the spinach for my eggs or certain meals, and then eat the rest of the spring mix as salads. So I don't have to get two different things, you know. So I'm just gonna pull out all of the spinach that I can find. Throw it in the cup. And put a lot in there. That's enough. I got my spinach I'm gonna add to my meal about 15 minutes before I serve it. Got a lovely bunch of spinach. Green ones, red ones, big ones, small ones. Okay, that's enough. It's coming out of the cup. All right. Okay, so put that away for another day, another meal, another dollar. All right, got the spinach. We have the 1 can of condensed milk, Parmesan cheese if desired. So 1 tablespoon of what? No, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of Italian dressing seasoning. So since I'm making double, I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons. One, three. Oh no. What else? So we got some, and then half of paprika. When the lights show. Paprika, half of black pepper. I'm gonna do another one of Italian seasoning, and then one of salt. When the night shows. Olive oil, butter, hit it and quit it. All right, that's it, guys. Okay, so we're gonna mix this. 1 can of coconut milk and 1 tablespoon of butter. All right, hit it and quit it, guys. Where's my lid? Okay. So come with me. Ooh, I can feel it. It's on. We're gonna pour this bad boy in here. Throw in the butter. Easy peasy, guys. 28 minutes to prepare. Hit it and quit it. We'll be back in 4 hours and have dinner. Ciao. Woo, Nelly. Wasn't that easy peasy? Looks delicious, right? Should we check it out? Let's go see what it looks like. 2, 3, 4. It's been there for 3 hours already. So let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look. And then to go with this, I am going to make some quinoa rice. When it's ready, it'll be coming off the bone. So that was easy peasy. Transformation Tuesday. Let's talk about transformations physically, mentally, spiritually during a wellness journey. Is your plate a reflection of self love or self sabotage? And sometimes we don't even realize that it's self sabotage when we're having fun, especially when we're seeking love or you're seeking career goals or you're seeking spiritual purposes, you may deviate from from your needs or from your values if your needs are being met. So if your values is to eat healthy, but a need for love and that love is being toxic and taking you down the rabbit hole, you may deviate from that being healthy or eating healthy because you're entangled in love or having fun or indulging in what your basic needs are. So it's very important that you study yourself, do self assessments, and get clear on what are your personal basic needs versus your personal values. For me, what was on my plate was early in the years. Basically, I just didn't know better. I didn't know that the food that we were consuming, the food that we consume, has plays a huge role on our mental health, our physical wellness, even spirituality, mind, body, spirit. I thought that, the whole commercial, I ain't going anywhere, eat a Snickers, that was fuel, that was fueling my body. It wasn't until my mid 30s that I have that moment where I realized the power of food and wow, just huge, great shifts, huge shifts. When I was a teenager, up until about my 30s, I struggled with anxiety and depression, and I was in this revolving door of pharmaceuticals, prescription medications for anxiety, depression, insomnia. My son, at the time, he was 12. He's 21 now. This was like a long time ago. He was diagnosed with ADHD, and so his mental health, his emotional wellness was down the gutter. I mean, it was really, really sad. And it wasn't until I lost my health insurance that I began to ask questions. And long story short, I figured out what the medicine was, how dangerous, even Tylenol and ibuprofen, how bad they could be on your organs. And that's over the counter prescription medication. During around the same time, I also was working late nights. I was in my hustle at the nail salon, and so I was looking to make some extra money. So actually, I introduced as a smell good, but as I had the oils and references, I started learning about oils, herbs, and the benefits. And since I had clients with all these issues, so I started like looking up all of the different conditions, skin, either physically or emotionally, and say, hey, there's an oil for that. And I started giving it to them to use it. And we began to see miracles, like just amazing health benefits when we started to use essential oils. And so there, a whole new world. I began, I went down another rabbit hole. So that was when I really realized that what was on my plate, I was self sabotaging. And so, and it comes in many different layers of self sabotaging. Not only physically was I overweight, eating these candy bars for just to sustain myself during the day, trying to avoid big plates, which was leading to me, being overweight, tired, fatigued, frumpy. Emotionally, also, I had a poor mindset. Like, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have the luxury to sit down and cook and eat a meal, or I don't have the money to afford a whole meal, a whole plate. I'll just sustain myself with this donut, $1.99 or whatever it is. And so, the way I was feeding myself did and does mirror myself, because I'm one of those people who I gain weight quickly. Like, whew, do not see me in December. I went to Puerto Rico in November. By December 25th, let me show you. Let me show you. So before was December 25th. 1 month later, yeah, so a month later, 3 weeks later, I had already lost like 14 pounds. That's when I know how to lose weight, how to get back into track. But that's when I become mindful. When I'm in Puerto Rico, I wasn't being mindful. I turned over my cooking baton to my mother-in-law. I don't have a kitchen there because the kitchen is still is being made. And well, then when you're on vacation, you start eating and drinking a whole bunch of stuff that you shouldn't. But like this, whew, I blow up. So if I'm not conscious and I'm not aware of what I'm consuming, I will end up gaining weight, fatigue, my metabolism slows down. And, I am grateful that that did happen to me because it was a reminder, hey, get back on track, girlfriend. Your body type does not process red meat. So I was eating a lot of red meat over there. And even though I'm eating like smaller portions, it was just taking harder for my body to process. It slows down my metabolism. Then I was really, really tired and I was cranky, real swollen. My feet hurt. My liver was just one thing after another. And so when I knew I was gonna get the surgery, my doctor cleared it all for me to get the surgery in January. I was like, oh, Nelly, I don't know if I'm healthy enough for surgery now because they're going to do blood work and all that. Girl, put myself in a detox 3 days, went to go get my blood work. My blood work was so good. And actually, like from drinking teas and the essential oils and just natural supplements, if anything, my blood work, which I thought my blood glucose was gonna be like really high, but because I started a detox like 3 to 4 days before me giving blood, my blood glucose was like in the 70s, was really good. They check your blood, how it coagulates, so like if you're thinning, but so basically the natural supplements that I was taking, it thins out your blood so you have low blood pressure. But also it in my case it was like really low, was like it was a fine line. I almost wasn't able to have surgery because if when your blood is thin, it's harder for to stop bleeding. Thankfully, I have great doctors and I was able to go through my surgery. I had a rhinoplasty, and that's the best decision I ever have done. So that was my recent physical transformation into a better version of myself. Unlocking, breaking through barriers or holding me down from showing up and being the best version of myself. And so, yeah, going back to in my 30s, I was like overweight, eating just little candy bars to sustain, thinking less is more. And actually, it's not about quantity, it's about the quality. Once my son lost his insurance and I started asking questions and I figured out what it was, and I found out about doing a sugar detox. I put it through the test. Within the first 3 days, I noticed a huge shift in my son's mental health, with his ADHD, with his behavioral health. And so that was a huge transformation that we made through diet by what we were consuming. And so I was very easily able to see it in him. And I figured if I'm going to make him do it, I'm going to do it too. So I put myself on a sugar, alcohol detox. And man, I'm telling you, within days, you will notice more energy. You'll have pep in your step. And that's huge, having more energy. And so actually, I ended up having to break from those old beliefs of thinking, oh, less is more, and getting up earlier to cook meals, breakfast for my son instead of just shipping him off to school on the bus and um, um, letting the school worry about feeding him. Yeah, they feed him all the junk food, the cereals, the high sugar pancakes and syrups and cereals and all that. And then the school was calling me saying that my son misbehaved. So within 3 days of putting him on a sugar detox, I noticed a huge shift within his behavior, to the point where I was like, I called up his was it IEP teachers, because he had an individual learning plan, and because he was protected as a kid with ADHD, which they're getting rid of all that now. I don't know. I'm so glad I do not have kids nowadays. Whew. But anyways, yeah, and he was like, wow, he was drunk, and I felt bad to take the candy away, especially at school when everybody has candy. The teachers is giving them candy as rewards, but as they would give him the candy for rewards. Then they were calling me after school saying he misbehaved. And so I had to put a stop to it, make sure that they were not giving him any sugar, any candy, even like a little green Jolly Rancher, the little Jolly Ranchers. One day he came home from school and he started having his ADHD temper tantrums and was on the floor. And I was like, Carlos, I go, did you have candy today? He's like, my teacher gave me Jolly Rancher. And so it was just a little green Jolly Rancher. With that little green Jolly Rancher, that was enough to notice a difference. And so I made sure I got up with the teacher and I said, you know what? We are now he has ADHD. We are not treating him with medication. I'm treating him through diet, and voila, huge transformation. So now he knows, because when he was having the behavior health issues, or the behavior issues, he was having disciplinary issues also. And then the disciplinary, why did I do that? And he got depressed. He was like 7 years old. He's like, I don't deserve to live. Like, why would a kid say that? It broke my heart. And so I know a lot of kids, they want to be the best version of themselves. And then they have these Tourette's and tics and outbursts. And then we're like yelling at them and spanking them. And it's because we, the parents, thinking we're being loving to our kids and giving them cereal or egos in the morning, and out of love. But really, we are self-sabotaging their emotional and behavioral well-being. And so, mothers, I strongly, 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 strongly encourage you that if you have kids with ADHD, mental health issues, anxiety, depression, number one, go on a sugar detox. Go on a sugar detox. Do it for 90 days. Start slow. Do it for 3 days. Within 3 days of consuming less than 30 grams of added sugar a day, within 3 days, you will notice a shift, a huge shift. In 1 week, you will have more pep in your step. You'll have more energy. By 3 weeks, 21 days, that's how long it takes to break a cycle. By 3 weeks, you you will have lost weight. In 3 weeks, you can lose at least 20 pounds by detoxing sugar. You want to keep that under 30 grams of added sugar per day. That's for women. For men, it's more. So just imagine what it is for our children, our kids. And so reflect today on what's on your plate, and is it a act of self-love or self-sabotage? At first, I used to give my son pancakes in the morning as an act of self-love. I didn't realize that I was sabotaging my son. And so now that I know that, now I'm very mindful as to what I'm putting in my body, what I'm consuming. It's not about being a saint. Trust me, I'm far from a saint. But it's about creating balance, because nowadays all we're consuming is junk food, fast food, where we have traded in our health for convenience. And so I'm here today to remind you and encourage you to get back in the kitchen. Let's go back to the good old days. Let's make your body great again. I was born in the 80s, and my mom was a single mom, and she's like still the most beautiful mom, hardworking mom. She went from food stamps to getting out of food stamps. She struggled as a single mom, but she always, had us like the good stuff, what we thought was good stuff, the ho-hos and the ding-dongs and the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the Pizza Hut personal pan pizzas for lunch. However, our fast food restaurants, is not. It is not the same as it is now. Back then, it was more natural, like fries with potato, oil, and salt. Nowadays, French fries from McDonald's have like 19 ingredients. The scientists have got in there and figured things how your brain is gonna light up, what's gonna make you want to crave it, and what's gonna make you want to come get more. How they can leave it and store it in shelves and for longer times. How they can preserve it. All of those chemicals that we are consuming is causing havoc on our bodies, causing inflammation, brain fog, all kinds of issues that sabotage us from being able to live our greatest potential in life. All the other layers of life that we have to deal with, and all the emotions that we don't know how to process because we're not taught in school emotions. So we don't even know what emotion. Most people don't even know, can't identify a specific emotion besides like anger, sadness, boredom. And so, where do those emotions stem from? What is that belief system? Where does it come from? What was that trauma that happened to you or to your parents, your caretakers, your ancestors that build that belief system in you to live in to live in fear? And so, we want to break through fear. I would have never guessed that I could actually look this good, hey, at the age of 42. Now that I know that, because, going back again, my mom, she gave us, the good stuff, the hopos and the ding dongs and the hot pockets and all that. And it tastes good and it's all great. But it started like, after years, it starts adding on. The pounds start adding on. And no matter how less I was eating, just eating those little sugars, mini bar candy bars, I didn't realize that it was self sabotaging. Yes. So definitely Tuesday transformation is not just for your physical, but for your emotional health, and what you put on your body definitely will reflect your physical and your emotional well-being. Therefore, I encourage you and I invite you to join me on a 90-day sugar detox to help you detox the toxins, the residual toxins in your body, to put yourself back into balance. And again, it's not about being a saint. You know, go 1 week and then go have a sugar day, or go 1 week and then have an alcohol day. Not every day consuming and indulging in all of that stuff that's making us sick, fat, and poor, and making the rich richer and the poor poor. So join me. Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. Once you have received your email, simply download your tracker and save it to your files for easy access. Print it out or place it somewhere visible to track your progress daily, or do a screenshot and save it to your favorite picture so you can update it from your phone each day. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com. So my question for you is, are you feeding your body like someone you care about, or are you just trying to do a quick fix and get in and out? So take some time, be mindful, make yourself a healthy, nutritional plate, eat a full meal, and don't be on the rush. Love yourself through food. Speaking of food, let's get to the kitchen. It's 5:33. I got my chicken going, so that's gonna be done about 15 minutes before serving the plates. I am going to add in spinach, and then the only other thing that I need is to make my rice. So today I'm gonna make quinoa rice. It's my invention. So quinoa rice for me is three. Oh, I did 2 cups this time. 2 cups quinoa, 1 cup rice. So I just mix in the rice because sometimes quinoa, when you first start out, you might not like it. By now, I've been eating quinoa for years. With my husband. At first, he did not like it, and so this was a little trick that I did to get him to start liking quinoa. Now he loves quinoa, and that's also knowing. Just like I was saying before, I thought that what I was eating were acts of love, or what I was feeding my son were acts of love. But once I began to learn about the cons and the disease and all the bad things that were manifesting due to those high sugar processed foods, once I learned the benefits of whole foods and that it has vitamins and fiber and all of these health benefits to our mind, body, spirit, and physical organs, I was like, I better learn how to like this. Just like the first time I was started to smoke, man, I was in the middle school trying to smoke, being cool, be the cool kid in town. I got so sick, I was throwing up. I didn't care though. The next day I would start smoking again because I wanted to be a cool kid. So think about it. Do you want to be fit and be in health, not just physically, mentally, and emotionally? Then learn to love whole foods, real foods. And let me talk about some of the top health benefits of quinoa. Quinoa, I knew it. I had to do some my little research because I kept wanting to say that it was a protein, but I'm like, what? It just didn't seem right. But yes, quinoa is one of the few plant foods that is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. It's really good for vegetarians, vegans, and postpartum recovery to support muscle repair and energy. So also if you're like working out a lot, gym, quinoa is an excellent source of protein. It's high in fiber, so it's good for digestion and weight management. It's gluten free, so for all of those ladies who have digestive issues, or what is it, Crohn's, and have gluten allergies, quinoa is naturally gluten free. Celiac disease, for those who have celiac disease, who have gluten sensitivity. So yes, and again, it's easy on the stomach. It's great for postpartum recovery. And it has a lot of rich nutrients like iron, magnesium. You know, magnesium? Magnesium is amazing. And magnesium, folate, zinc. Magnesium helps relax you. It reduces muscle cramps. It supports mood and relaxation. It could put you out like a light bulb. Get rid of that and start drinking some magnesium. Woo, you're going to sleep like a baby. Promise you. It has a low glycemic index, so it's great for diabetics. For diabetics, it's a great way to replace rice for somebody who's trying to lose weight, who's diabetic, and they still want that rice looking on their plate. So it'll help prevent energy crashes and keep your blood sugar stable throughout the day. It's also good for your brain and your mood health. It contains vitamin B, again, magnesium, which supports the brain function, reducing anxiety and help prevent postpartum depression. Can you imagine? That's like amazing, right? A food that can do that. And a lot of whole foods can do that. And I'm like, why isn't there billboards? Why isn't there marketing? Because there's no money on that. If we're healthy and happy and we got pep in our step, and then we can think clearly, then we can create a vision board and we can put into action and build a business and be working from home and be an entrepreneur and have business tax write-offs because I'm no longer working for another corporation paying the highest taxes that there is in the United States. So you go on to becoming your own boss, that through eating good gives you the clarity and the pep and the step that you need, and the self-discipline. Having that self-discipline and choosing what you eat and put in your plate then starts reflecting in other areas. You are able to start setting boundaries towards people and towards toxic, just not just toxic people, toxic foods. So then you are able to create a life that you could only dream of. And I promise you, so try quinoa. Try quinoa, and it's very easy to make. It's made in like 15 minutes, and you can make anything. You can make quinoa bowls. You can put it in your soup. You can make salads. You can make it for breakfast, depending on the seasonings or that you put in it. It's just really it's amazing. So let's get to our quinoa. Set it up so that it's done. But other than that, I mean, that's my biggest thing today is the benefits of quinoa. I did 1 cup of quinoa, and if you see on the bottom, it's a cup of, I did 2 cups of quinoa and then 1 cup of rice. I'm just going to wash it off. Careful with the strainer because sometimes quinoa is smaller than the holes and it'll fall through. But you just want to rinse it out. So I have creamy Tuscan chicken. I think I should make this quinoa rice with a little color. We should add turmeric, salt, garlic, and a little bit of paprika too to give it more of a red color. Plug in the rice cooker. Just do a dash of for my rice cooker. Very simple, guys. Very, very, very simple. In my rice cooker, I'm just gonna put some olive oil, like 2 cups quinoa, 1 cup rice, and then we're gonna put 3 cups of water. Three. Now let's put some salt, pepper, and let's give it some color with the paprika. So paprika. We could add some Italian seasoning too. Italian seasoning. You can make it however you want. Whatever seasons you want to put in it. I just eyeball it. Put some paprika. That'll give her a color. Pepper. I'm gonna give it a stir. Set it. Set it. Hit it. Quit it. So that is for Transformation Tuesday, cooking with purpose. Quinoa, guys, is definitely it's a game changer. So let me know in the comments if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments what habits are you ready to shift this week that would honor your transformation. What is it? What is it about your life you would like to transform? Is it your physical health? Is it your love and relationships, wellness? Is it your finances? Is it your purpose, your well being, spirituality? So, what in life, in all areas of life, would you like to see transform? So, is it your body? For me, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired and chasing fad diets and not getting anywhere. And so, and I love to eat. And so, learning spices and the benefits to these whole was a huge game changer, and I'm here now to teach it to you. Let's get physical, physical. Let's start transforming your life into ways that you never thought that were possible. You can do that. My son is now 21 years old, and he's still medication free, and he's thriving. And I know that he's not a saint. He's not perfect. He has his. I'm sure he has his ho hos and ding dongs on his nightstand, but he's more mindful of it, and because it shifted his well-being, his behavioral health. And so then he will start to be applauded at school, and he felt smart, and he felt worthy. What it like worthwhile. And so this is coming from a mother who 7-year-old son was so depressed that said he just didn't deserve to live, and it broke my heart. And so I started researching and solutions and answers to medications, I ended up going to integrative nutritional health. And let me show you my certificate. It's my certificate, integrative nutritional health. And so I'm here to help you every step of the way. And for now, Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern time, I will be live on Facebook with a new dinner and juicy topic to talk about. So it's 5:45. Let's check the comments, viewers, shares, comments. If you want the recipe, the ingredients and the recipe is in the comments. So don't forget to drink your water. Let's get that bottled water out. Get that bottled water out. Everybody, this is H2O. One hydrogen, two oxygen. H2O. So by drinking water, you're putting oxygen into your body. Think about it. The first thing that you do when you go to the doctors, the first thing they do when you like, go to the doctors and you're sick and you've been admitted, what do? It's basically water and salt, sodium, and IV bag. So drink your water, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It's going to awaken your metabolism. It's going to put pep into your step. It's going to relax you. Eat that magnesium. It's going to relax you so you can get out of that stressful energy, right? Fight, flight, and freeze, which causes cortisol. Cortisol causes belly fat. So if we want to get rid of that belly fat, definitely try quinoa if you haven't already. And if you don't love it the first time, it's okay. It does take 90 days for your taste buds to change. So give it a chance. We have a rice cooker that's super easy to make. And they're just, look up recipes or just put it in whatever the spices that are calling your attention. And you'll find your own special mixture and it'll be delicious. And the next morning, you're going to have like muscles of a cheetah. So sending you guys lots of love. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow. Later, alligator. I want to live in a wild crocodile. Adios. Are you ready to take the first step to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. Once you have received your email, simply download your tracker and save it to your files for easy access. Print it out or place it somewhere visible to track your progress daily, or do a screenshot and save it to your favorite picture so you can update it from your phone each day. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com.